Put myself out of misery. If I see a big doe, I'm going to shoot it. And whatever buck this is, I'm probably going to shoot it if I see it. Deer out of their bed. Nothing special, but this I just jumped. Well, I'm only seeing one track. So it's probably a button buck. We'll go with that for now since I can't tell the size of the track. It doesn't look particularly big. It's going to be watching for me down here. This one will be an intriguing one to follow. A couple hours old. His bed. Looks like I might have kicked him up. He's a buck. He doesn't look giant. I wonder if the deer that came busting through bumped him or if I did. It's definitely running. He just was in this. I know I should wait, but I don't have a ton of time today. This camera isn't helping me. I gotta pick through here. I'm embarrassed. I'm trying a new system here and the cord pulled out. So my GoPro battery died relatively quickly. And that was just 2 hours of tracking, 2 different bucks. I have no clue how much you've seen. I just ran into another hunter that was on the track of my most recent deer. And I bailed because of that, which was fine. I don't even know if he saw it. It's just my buck was running right, or walking, cruising to him. So I've been talking to the camera like a freaking idiot. Not that I'm not talking like an idiot right now, but that's just how it goes with self-filming. I've been talking to myself for off and on the last 2 hours. I don't even, doesn't look like you got more than 20-30 minutes out of that deal. So right now I'm going over to this spot where there's some chaga, see if it's still there, see if I can find it today. And I'm going to be real quick and then get back to hunting. Hopefully this stays plugged in. I kind of have a bag set up over it, and that may have pulled out the cord. This is a trout pond. They dump like 600 brook trout in it every year. They do it after the season closes. I'm not sure what happens, why, but then the otters eat them all winter, which is discouraging. Come April 1st, they usually can't get the stocking truck up here because there would be snow here. The roads would be icy or snowed out, and you know, anyone that comes and fishes here doesn't have any trout. I've always wondered that, but I'm not a fish biologist. is a pretty cool scout project. Local scouts did. Well, I think the year is on here. I would say 15 years ago, maybe. 2004. Geez, 21 years ago. And they may have done it before that. This is usually pretty sick with deer up here to my right. I tracked one of those bucks down through here. One way up around. He was probably at least a mile. That's a bummer. It's very possible. That's a nice, but that's filled right in, but that is a nice deer. Big body, stagger, big feet. That would have been one to be on yesterday. This one is not. This one is intel gathering. Today. Except for this button buck. No, he's running. He may have. No. He's still on his tracks. This isn't for me. This is a little spot that I take my dog Ginger grouse hunting, and for the last 10-15 years it's been fantastic for grouse and woodcock. Great deer cover too. But it gets kind of thick. for what I'm doing right now with this camera. I'm beat. I'm gonna have a sandwich. Ta-da. Okay, so I'm back at the truck, and I'm not sure how much narration I really need to do. I think it's a lot. But to summarize things, I got here around 10 o'clock. The roads were so bad, it took me an hour and a half to get here. It's normally 45 minutes or so. I don't know why I drove down here, but it was great. I kicked up a deer that was a small deer that I followed. It was going the same direction I wanted. When I was following that deer, after a few hundred yards, I caught a larger buck track, and it was filled in with snow for probably a few hours at minimum, you know, daylight type of thing, 6 o'clock, and here I'm 4 hours later. So I followed it. I only followed it for maybe 100 yards, and I saw where his bed was and where he took off. His bed, he had been in for hours. It was fresh. He had just gotten up. He ran and he ran and he ran and he ran. And he was going up to a spot that was going to be all uphill. And while I was tracking him, I cut another buck track that crossed it that was a little bit older. Obviously, this one was brand new fresh because I kicked it up. This one was probably while I was getting ready, and it was still snowing a little bit before I made it to it. So an hour old maybe. And I followed that for, I don't even know, a mile and a half, up and down and trudging, and it went right past a hunter who was standing there looking, I believe, at the tracks. So I'm not sure, but I waved and I whistled to that other hunter, and it didn't seem like he noticed me, or just wasn't responding or whatever. So I turned around and I got out of there because I didn't know if there was a drive going on or what. And if he was on stand, I didn't want to mess things up for him. So I ended up cutting another small... Oh, so at this point I realized just then, because I had been doing all this talking, that I was having a problem with the camera. And I don't know how much of that was filmed. Got on a few other deer here and there, but for the most part, today was just a very glorified hike in the woods, carrying my pack and a gun. And it's time for me to go home and deal with life. So I'm gonna go, and maybe I'll be back at it tomorrow, or maybe I won't. I've got some videos I gotta make, so we'll see. Bye, thanks for coming.